All right, power panel now. Mehek Cook, attorney and American Frontier Strategies CEO, and David Carlucci, former Democrat New York State Senator. Thank you both for being here. Appreciate it. So much to get to. I want to start with you, David, because it seems like David Hogg, according to Chad's report, is probably one of these Democrats who was really mad at his party after the election, shouting at them, saying that it doesn't work to be cosplaying as moderates, and really upset that Kamala Harris aligned herself with someone like Liz Cheney. But I just want to know, where is the data to support his idea that if the party gets more radical, that would win an election?
Well, look, I think no one has a crystal ball when it comes to politics or anything. So we can't blame people for not being psychic. And this is something where you never know what exactly works in a campaign. And so many times we treat these campaigns as you win by one vote, you're a genius. You lose by one vote, you're an idiot. And I think we've got to meet somewhere in between. So we have to take all the tactics. And in this case, with David's plan here, it shouldn't be about cleaning the house. It's about winning the house. Whether you're a moderate, a progressive, young, old, it shouldn't matter. If you can beat a Republican, then you're on the team.
But he's going after incumbent Democrats. That's the whole point. These are incumbents that he's trying to take out who did beat Republicans.
That plan has nothing to do with winning the majority. It just has to do with purifying the party. So he can focus on that. The rest of us need to focus on beating Republicans, reclaiming the House, and then we could talk about 2028.
I think Democrat donors who are funding, his party and what they're, trying to do think it's about winning elections, not purifying the party. But, I mean, who am I to say? Mehek, what do you make of this on the Republican side of the aisle? Because, Republicans in this midterm might be, if history, plays its course like it usually does, set up to lose some seats. Usually the party in power suffers some losses in a midterm. Is this making it easier, you think, to hold on?
Jackie, it absolutely is. Look, you don't need a crystal ball today, Democrats. You need a reality check. The fact that you're continuing to do a facelift for your party, David Hogg wants to spend $20 million for younger faces. You guys tried that. You put Kamala Harris in the seat of Joe Biden, and what happened? She lost. It's not a facelift today. It's a party platform lift. It's a massive change on what you stand for, and we know what's working today for Americans. It's greater and stronger economic policies. It's closing down the border. It's ensuring no more DEI. It's making sure that you don't stand for MS-13 gang members. That's the common sense principles that mainstream Republicans, independents, and Democrats should be championing today. So you don't need a crystal ball today. We don't need a facelift. We just need you guys to do your job, show up and fight for the American people.
Well, I want to get to this because it's also really interesting. It was the piece heard around the world after George Clooney ending President Biden's re-election bid with this op-ed titled, "I love Joe Biden, but we need a new nominee." Clooney defended his decision to write this piece.
It was a civic duty. Because I found that people on my side of the street, I'm a Democrat. I was a Democrat in Kentucky, so I get it. When I saw people on my side of the street not telling the truth, I thought that was time to...
Are people still mad at you for that?
Some people, sure. It's okay.
Some folks taking issue with that. One critic posting, he knew it was a problem but didn't care until the rest of the world saw it firsthand in the debate. To hell with him and anything that fraud has to say. And when I got exposed as a fraud, I had to speak up. Clooney was also named, also named his early pick for 2028, Maryland Governor Wes Moore.
I think he is the guy that has handled this tragedy in Baltimore beautifully. He's two tours of duty in Afghanistan, active duty. He speaks sort of beautifully. He's smart. I think he could be someone we could all join in behind. We have to find somebody rather soon.
David, I want to go to you on this civic duty line, because I think maybe the only Democrat who could rightly claim that mantle would be Dean Phillips.
Well, yeah, look, I think the Democratic Party, we have this time and time again. We're a chorus of ideas. It does make it challenging to move ahead in one solid voice, but it's that dynamism, it's that energy, and that's what you're going to see more and more as we get closer to the midterms, as we get to 2028. And we don't have to make this decision soon. The American public is going to do it, and I guarantee you we're going to have a robust primary come 2028, and that'll only help our chances to reclaim the White House.
Mehek, what's your take on Wes Moore? Is he a formidable candidate for the Democrats?
Look, Jackie, Wes Moore is another polished suit. This is what George Clooney's trying to advance. Somebody else, just like the previous Democrat Party. Wes Moore was standing with Kamala Harris and her open border policies with DEI. And I just pulled him up just yesterday. He was standing there calling for the release of an MS-13 thug that beat his wife. These are the types of people that we don't need leading our country, let alone our nation, in a commander-in-chief role.
We'll have to leave it there, guys. We are out of time, but really appreciate you coming on today. Hope to talk to you again soon. And thank you for watching the Faulkner Focus. That's all for us. Outnumbered is after the break.